Hey guys, it is Pixarman1001 back with another video. So I have an interesting little thing to touch upon. I'm just using one movie as an example here. This is Muppets from Space. It was zoomed in for some reason there. So this is the original 1999 DVD release. I think it's a better cover, that's for sure. See, it looks pretty standard. Now this one was a release that, just before I tell anything, actually, here's a little, I think, a production notes, which is quite cool. Little pictures. And this one is widescreen on one side, full screen on the other. It's pretty, in the commentary on the Muppets from Space, actually, I recommend you watch. It's very funny. Though you can't view, you can only, if you have a widescreen TV, like an anamorphic widescreen signal or whatever, you can't view the widescreen with the commentary, like with the video section of commentary. You can hear the audio, but you need the video to edit, so you had to watch it with the full screen or whatever. But yeah, it's just whatever your choice. Now here's the other DVD release. This is pretty much the same thing, like same content and everything, but there's one major difference. So this is the front. It's a different cover. I think that green, even though green's my favorite color, that green is very ugly in my opinion. Like, I like this cover a lot better. It's the cover of the VHS as well. And the spines, spines look kind of similar. Just a couple differences. The stock numbers up there, stock numbers down there. Kermit is a little down in the second one, and the DVD logo is updated. In the back, some of the same info. There's even some outdated info. This one was under Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. There's even some outdated info, because by the time this DVD came out, Muppets had already been owned by Disney, but it says, the Muppets and character trademarks are owned by the Jim Henson Company. Yeah. This one they list all the specifications in the actual special features list, and this one they listed in a grid, so. Now this one actually has a different artwork. This is just full screen. Basically, back in like 2003 to like 2005, I think, or 2006 or whatever, Sony had a habit of reissuing their flipper disc titles as either one or the other, like widescreen or full screen, because so they could cut costs. And usually, a lot of times, the kids' titles like this one would get the full screen only treatment. I think even as far back as 2002, like when they did Stuart Little Deluxe Edition, you could get that movie in either widescreen or full screen. They decided to only do a full screen for the Deluxe Edition, which was bad, but whatever. A lot of movies, like the Three Ninjas movies, had this thing, Madeline. Even a lot of the movies, like catalog titles, they're releasing the new releases, like Babysitter's Club or Pippi Longstocking or Trouble with Angels, were getting full screen only releases when they deserved a widescreen. I know some movies, though, like for some reason, The Indian in the Cupboard, which is a reissue of an old flipper disc, and Slapping the Stinkers, which was a new DVD catalog title, were widescreen only, which is interesting. I know even some new releases at the time of some movies that weren't well received, like particularly Master of Disguise and Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2, which I enjoy those movies, but I know not everyone does. They were only full screen, but I can sort of understand that. But still, it might have been nice to have a widescreen. But even a lot of older titles, like that were movies that were very well received, like titles that were more important to their company, like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, or Last Action Hero, or Air Force One. Those were only in full screen. Like, I know that Air Force One you could get as a super bit at the time, which was widescreen, but then they discontinued that in 2007. So, yeah, it was sort of interesting how those titles, yet Slappy and the Stinkers was widescreen. I just find that interesting. Same with Indian in the Cupboard. But the worst thing about this, actually, let me just take a look. You probably can't see it, really. Take a look right there.